Hey, so I wanted to post this video today because I wanted to talk about becoming a entrepreneur slash social influencer professional vlogger. Okay, so you've probably seen all of the videos on YouTube by now. How to get 300 or 3,000 subscribers, how to do this, how to do that, you can do this, grow with us. It goes on and on and on. And I've watched the videos, I've seen them, I've even subscribed to some of the channels because they are pretty good and funny. But the reality is, it's not easy. And I'm just starting, and my family's just starting. And I will tell you this right now, it's not easy, but it's worth it, as they say. So, I am a writer and an artist as well. And I decided to take on this social influencing slash YouTube vlogger because my fiance introduced me to vlogging, which I never heard of before. But then the social influencer I had always heard of while I was going to school, which I still am going to school. So I decided to take this all on and see where it goes. I think it is super funny. So when you decide to take this journey on, you have to be all in or nothing, because it's not something you're going to learn overnight. Yes, it is easy. I'm doing this off my phone right now, of course. Like, that's the easy part. But then you got lighting, tags, how to become a photographer, how to become a professional vlogger, how to become an artist. You know, and it's like, I don't know how to do this. But it's okay, because you learn how to do it, like they all have. Am I recording? The reality of becoming a YouTube vlogger, a social influencer, entrepreneur is pretty comical during some of the process, because you have to learn so many things, and especially if you don't have money and you're just trying to get by and you just want to do this genuinely because this is what you do have a passion for, such as myself. I mean, I've been a writer forever. I have written several ghostwriter books, and I kind of just got tired of it because I don't get no credit, and I'm just like, this is not what I want to do. So I stopped doing that. So now I started branching out, obviously, and my family has their channel. We've just started. We finally launched our website. I'm finally starting to bring out my brand and my customized designs, and I'm starting to blog more, and then getting better at this vlogging as well, on top of going to school, which definitely helps with the schooling for sure. But let me tell you how many videos I've watched about how to get this many subscribers and 3 months, 1 million subscribers in 6 weeks, or make money now from watching videos on YouTube, or do this, do that. I've watched tons of them, and some of them I have subscribed to, such as Kelly Stamps. She is really good and hilarious, definitely one of my favorites. And
these are my favorite: Lana Blakely, Vanessa Lau, Kevin David, Think Media, they're good for new YouTubers, Nikisha Wen, good for blogging, and Jevin Devi, one of the first I subscribed to. I hope you check those channels out. Now let's get back to it.
So I imagine you guys have seen the ads or the videos or the pop-ups. So let me just go through this list that I am going to end up blogging about. And I imagine you have heard of these before, and if you have or you've seen them, definitely comment in the section below. So first one is maxscourses.com. Okay, so that's a big one that I've seen a lot as I'm going through YouTube. Fendi Roma e-commerce store formula. That's another big one. Commission Junction, Power 100 List, High Ticket Help, Private Label Masters. Tim Sanders is the one behind that. Office List Agency. Kevin Zhang. Obviously, you guys all know him, right? He's been a big marketer in the YouTube. I mean, as far as my algorithm, I've seen a lot of him. There is AutoDS, which I have already done. I have signed up for that. I'm still doing it. I haven't signed up for like the professional subscription. It is legit. I haven't made a sell, or I haven't even really tried to push to make a sell. I'm just kind of experimenting with it so I can blog about it. And then there's Go Store Formula. There's Brand Deal Masterclass. That one I did not see on YouTube. I seen it on Facebook and I did enroll in that. That is with Gwen Lane with Spark Society. And it's definitely beneficial if you're looking to be a social influencer, for sure. I think it is legit to the fullest. I mean, you get signed up with a Facebook group with real life people. There's real life courses. It's not just on autoplay. I mean, it is on autoplay, but they have real live events, and it's genuine. And just as Gwen Lane says as well, it's not going to be easy if you're just in it to make money, because it can take a long time. You really have to have passion when it comes to being a social influencer. It's not something that happens overnight. So yes, I'm doing that. And there's another one that is the Modern Millionaire's Commerce Empire Build. I haven't checked that one out. Seems a little too much of a like fantasy, modern millionaires. There's the Elite CEOs. I don't know if you heard of that one. And then there's accreditedskills.com. There's also one with Ghost Producing, or Ghost it's like Ghost something. But anyways, yeah, so just those ones are the main ones that I had said are ones that I'm going to blog about coming soon. And then there's all sorts of different sites that I've learned along this journey, though, that are beneficial. If you look into crowdfunding website or Kickstarters, which is called indiegogo.inc. It's a website pretty much where you like put whatever you're trying to do in there, whether you want to make a movie, a song, or do some sort of event, and you can see if you'll get funded for it. So it's kind of like an investors page for big investors to go to see if they're willing to help out people who have good, decent projects that are profitable. And a lot of topics that I've come across when it comes to doing this YouTube vlogging experience and learning is, I learned about Creative Commons. Definitely learned about that. How you can take someone else's videos, well, not their videos, I should rephrase that. Take somebody else's like content or songs, or even not copyrighted songs. You have to go to aesthetic music, non-copyright, or you can even go to TubeBuddy, or not TubeBuddy. What is the name of it? It is called musicbed.com. Musicbed.com is a good one. And then there is also another one. Where did I put it here? Epidemi Sound. And then obviously I already know the YouTube Auto Library. So those are some good ones. I've definitely checked out MusicBed. I haven't checked out Epidemi Sound. I don't know if that's but anyways, I haven't checked that one out. But altogether, there are some definitely good resources. So what you do is you pick a song and you find some pictures of your own, royalty free, from either Pixels or Shutterstock or Pixabay or Pixsplash. There's all sorts of websites out there for that. And then you put together a video, and then you put that track in there after mixing it a little bit, and then put some catchy title and some tags, and hopefully you get lucky and it gets a lot of views just like all the other ones do. So I've learned about that. And then I've also learned about the fact of vlogging. You have 10 to 15 seconds to catch your audience's attention. And definitely that could be hard sometimes. And you don't even have that, because in my communications class, we study the fact that humans, we have a 3 to 5 second rebound rate before we go, see you later. You know, something really has to catch our attention, or we have to be in it for something. So having to learn how to manage that, and then learning how to do lighting, because we don't have no fancy lights. Learning how to do the editing, which I've done video editing in the past. It's just that when you don't have the right equipment, it can get challenging, but I promise you, it's not as bad as you think. Power Director has some great apps. If you have Samsung, they're great apps for editing videos. There are a lot of videos that I have edited on there. There's Video Guru, there's Filmingo, there's all sorts. It really just depends what type of phone you have. I do a lot of editing on my phone and sometimes on the computer, but my computer right now is in the process of being repaired. And I do have a Google Chromebook, and unfortunately it's not compatible with a lot of systems such as Power Director. So that is only installed on Windows, by the way. So if you are looking into CyberLink Power Director, it is only good for Windows. You have to have Windows. And then I've looked into WeVideo, which I have signed up with them, and I do like it. It's not as like in depth. It's definitely user friendly. I do enjoy it. Filmingo is a really good one too. The only difference is they always prompt you to try to buy, and if you're going to use it to its full potential, definitely it's worth the investment. But if you're not, I don't recommend it. And then Video Guru doesn't prompt you to buy just as much, honestly. And then another good one is Canva. Canva, I do have a subscription with them because they are worth the purchase, for sure. So there is a lot to come. You know, this journey is going to be long and fun, and I want to bring you guys all on it, and just for you to see too how, not how easy it is, but how it is doable to make it if you really want to. I had to add, the more that you're behind the camera, the better you become speech-wise and confident-wise as well. And also, you do learn and realize a lot of your flaws. Of course, we all do. We're human. But that's okay, because your flaws is not what everyone else sees all the time. And if they do, the number one thing my fiance told me is that if you're going to have haters, the reason why is because they're obviously watching. And that's what you want, right? Is people who are watching. So let them hate. The social world is so, it can be judgmental because it's full of different cultures, yes, but it's so much bigger than where you're at now. So when you take that dive into this social world of YouTubing and blogging and social media and TikTok and Reddit and everything you can think of, and you're in it, you're going to get judged one way or another. You just breathe. It's only 1, 2, maybe 5 at the most out of a million people, if not more, around the world that don't even know like where you live or anything else really about you other than what you tell them through the screen, it's fine. You'll be okay. And I think the coolest thing about this year of 2020 is that even though we've had a pandemic and people have gone out of work, unfortunately it was very sad and scary. You know, a lot of families lose their homes and can't afford groceries. Our kids are freaking out when the freaking stores were going empty. Alfonso, our son, was literally looked at me and said, "Mommy, why is there no macaroni?" Because everyone was buying noodles and toilet paper like they were going to Noah's Ark to live or something. I have no idea if that, I don't even know if that meant sense, but it was nuts. And it was scary, you know. And I think now, after everything's sort of settled down, I guess, for the most part, and everyone's kind of adapted, I took a dive in and looked into this social reality of what are the statistics. And it's insane. There have been so many people becoming millionaires within this year of 2020. And they're not people that are, like, they didn't get their master's degree or anything like that. And if they did, they didn't mention it. But they're just regular people like you and I, just trying to get by, just trying to find a different way, and wanting to make a difference as well, creating awareness. And they're doing it. Believe it or not, they're doing it. See, when there's a problem and you know how to adjust it or fix it or recognize it, it's going to get talked about. Or even if there's something big, like a bigger picture that everyone wants to see. And what are we all looking at? Our phones, our tablets, our TVs, the media. Yes, it can be very brainwashing, but just don't let it brainwash you. Just because you want to be a vlogger or a social media influencer or a brander or whatever you want to be that involves social media, do not let it consume you. Don't do it, because you will become crazy. So, the reason why I say this is because you get so wrapped up in editing videos, making sure you're talking right, making sure you're looking right, making sure the light looks right, making sure you get the video out on time, searching for tags, searching for catchphrases, searching for all sorts of stuff all over the internet. Next thing you know, you're sitting there, and I'm saying this because I've done it, you're sitting there for 5 hours, and you have supposed to been eating. You didn't do that because you're so wrapped into this computer. Your child has been calling your name for a while, but you're so wrapped in the computer. And your spouse is wondering, when are they ever going to be able to talk to you other than business? If your spouse is going in on this with you. And I say this because this is what I've noticed. So it can consume you. Just don't let it. Let it be, kind of treat it, yes, a career, but definitely don't let it consume you, because you wouldn't let your job consume you, would you? I mean, actually, I kind of let my job consume me sometimes, but let's not. So we always have to take a step back and remember, get away from the phone for a little bit, go out for a walk, have a dinner without the phone or the camera, set time, set a schedule, because you don't want it to interfere with your relationships and your family. Yes, you will love your fans and your supporters and your real friends and your acquaintances, but you have to think about your mentality, where you are when you go to sleep at night. And yes, of course, if people are making money off of YouTube on a monthly basis, say to $2,000 a month, that's not bad, and it's obviously putting food in your tummies and giving you the extra leverage for spending so you're happy. But when you really go to bed and lay your head down and you've been wrapped in a computer all day or researching or doing something for your entrepreneur career, and you realize, what did I do with my family today? What did I do for myself mentally today besides my career? So just think about that. I know that it's all exciting. I know it's definitely exciting for me, especially as soon as I got my design out, Sunflower of Gold, I was ecstatic. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. And I'm still excited. It's so cool that I'm finally getting it out there, and it's done. The design is officially done, but as far as getting it on products, I'm still exploring that. So it's all a big journey, and it's just really exciting. Just remember not to get too wrapped up. Remember that you got to have some you time or have some family time as well. All right, that's all. If you want to stick around and see if I can possibly get any further with this, then stick around. If not, that's cool too. But either way, just remember that if you put your mind to it, you can do it. It's definitely possible. YouTube and Google are the biggest industries in the world besides Apple and Berkshire Hathaway, of course, real estate. So just real estate and stocks. So just keep that in mind. If you're interested and you like this vlog, subscribe and like or comment if you've heard of any of those courses I suggested way earlier. And if not, then maybe you'll see me next time in your YouTube feed if I by chance conquer this journey. Catch you later.